guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Somebody give me a. Oh, shoot. Okay, sorry. Good morning. Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay. I am short S&P right now, and order filled. Just closed that trade off of a trend trade, which is exactly where I want to be. Hold on a second. What do I have? I have like another one. Let me just kill this other trade. Exit. Okay. Sorry, I had a micro trade that was just floating around for fun. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me. If you see me, a little bit new layout today. I'm going to give you more screen space, so hopefully everybody can see more. We're going to try to use my little new trick, which is like this magnifying glass, so you guys can actually see a little bit more on the screen. Hopefully you guys will like that. And that's it. That's it. I'm just going to let everybody crawl into the room here. I started a little bit early, so people are just coming into the room. So we'll let everybody come in. Cheryl likes the magnifying glass. Yeah, it's really, really cool. It kind of helps you see the whole thing. Also, the other thing that I did is, so trend mode for S&P and gold is top, counter trend is bottom, and I have a counter trend trade in possibly showing up in the S&P. Much as I love to do green trades in the S&P, and this is a pretty decent counter trend trade, I'm just a little bit leery to try and take this trade literally on the open. Right, it's 29:26. Got 4 minutes to the open. So if I'm going to do this, like I've just sort of taught myself that if I'm going to do trades where I'm not, first of all, like I said, we want to be 75% trend, 25% counter trend. This is not a horrible place to be counter trend, because this is the bottom of the sell-off, of the European sell-off, which was just brutal. I haven't seen. Look at this. This is literally 30 candles. Continuously red candles, just really, really unbelievable. So, it's not a horrible place to try to bottom fish, but definitely not a place where you want to do it against volatility. So if I'm going to do anything, if the signal does appear on the counter trend side, I will just take it on a micro, just for shits and giggles. It'll definitely have to be shits and giggles trades. The trend trade we just took was perfect. We just took it now. There's another trend trade setting up right now, as you can see over here. Let me play with my little glass here. See this? This is the first trade we took. Banked it for a point. Second trade now setting up over here with 14 seconds, 13 seconds left. It's actually not a bad signal. But again, it's 5 minutes to the open. I really, I don't need the aggravation. The rule of thumb is 5 minutes before, 5 minutes after. Let's give ourselves the freedom. Or if we're going to do something, let's just sell the micro. All right, we sold the micro just for shits and giggles. We can watch the micro on the charts here and see if the trade completes. But this is one of those type of things where if it goes against me, it means nothing. If it goes for me, it's just a nice, clean little thing. So we're short here, basically looking for that 1 point to 92.75, 692.75, right? 97.25 is the stop, 92.75 is the target on the micro. Just fucking around in front of, because we are literally 2 minutes away from the open. So that's where we stand. Lee likes the screen size much better. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm starting to think. About how the real estate, how all the stuff can be visible, how we could really enhance the visualization of everything. So hopefully this makes it even better. I wonder. Hang on a second. Let me just see if I could do one other thing. What if I do this? It's a little bit bigger. This is a little bit bigger too, right? This is good. So like if we go this. Oh, did we get that? Oh, look at that. So order filled. You see that? We actually made a point on our micro. Yay. This looks pretty good too, right? In terms of size. Let me just do this. pull this up. All right. So I think that's a pretty good size, good looking size on the trades here. So what is this? This is, we're in trend, counter trend. The only problem is now you can't really see the trend, counter trend stuff. All right, you know what? We'll just go back out. I'll just zoom in, zoom out as a trade comes in. So this is a four-way view, so everybody can see the four-way view and enjoy themselves. Everybody coming in. Oh man, people are just. Let me tweet everybody in here to get everybody in here right now. Hang on a second. X. Trading now. Let's go. Okay. All right, where am I? Here I am. Very good. Okay, so we're opened up, very, very quiet open actually after a very traumatic U.S. Open. European Open. The European was just a dump. I still don't know. I was trading DAX and it just collapsed too. I still don't know what triggered this. People saying S&B. I have not really found a good reason for this. I mean, it was just incredible European sell-off, and the New York market now continues to sell off. This is the interesting part. Is like for counter trend traders, right? The low here is the 685 right there. So it looks like we're testing the lows on the S&P. And one of the ways you know, by the way, that this is a really strong sell-off is look at the counter trend trades can't even make a point. The counter trend trades were just very, very weak over here, right? This is a sign that there's just a lot of selling pressure. That whatever they're, all the retrace trades. This was a good retrace leg, and then after that, it just really died out. But we'll see. I'm going to show you a couple of other cool tricks of the trade as we approach. So gold looks like it's showing us counter trend trade. We'll probably take this trade. Gold generally looks like higher bottoms, right? It's not a bad position. I will take this trade if this thing completes in the next minute or so. I'll take the trade to the buy. Generally, you guys know that gold was the best asset post FOMC yesterday. Was definitely doing the best, and it still looks like it's you want to buy every green triangle, whether it's be continuity or reversal. Although key thing is to got to watch to make sure that you get a green triangle. All right, so looks like the puke job in the S&P sort of swept underneath into the 85s, and now we're looking possibly for a reversal trade. So if we do get a reversal trade here, I'm okay with that. I will focus on it. It's going to be the next candle, not this one. So right now we have a possible gold trade over here. 37 seconds on the clock. Let's see what happens there. Let's see if we can get in there right now. Uh, 21 seconds, 18 seconds. Let's see, we got 9 seconds. Gold is holding, so we're going to go long gold here. All right, well, long gold. Target is going to be, and target is done. It was so fast that boom, boom, boom. That's the kind of trade we love, in and out. So that's a nice clean trade. S&P building a signal here, 139 on the counter trend trade. We can go full screen on this just so you guys can watch this with me. let's see if this signal actually confirms. This is a big move. This is 85. It's a basically 20-point move in 4 minutes. So they really cranked it. Let's see if they can hold it. Still watching the gold. I mean, watching the S&P. Sorry, 49 seconds left. No signal so far. So maybe a couple more candles for us. 37 seconds starts to pop up. $7.05. It's a big. I guess the shorts try to sell it into the bottom, and now they're trying to squeeze them out. So 13, 14 seconds going to hold. We are going to wait till the candle closes. Part of key rules of the trade. 5, 4. Let's make sure the candle closes green. 3, 2, 1. Long. Oh shit! I hate this on Trader. All right, I'm gonna exit. Exit both. Sorry, I double entered. So when the first one got done, I just got rid of the second one. Here's Trade of 8. I'm up at 496. Let's pass this up. I screwed up the trade, so I'm not going to renegotiate this. So sorry, the trade, I came in here and I double click. This happens very frequently on Trade of 8, where you sort of, you're clicking buy, and then sometimes your handle is too fast. So what happened is, I think there were 2 trades. One of them got done for a full point, and I only want to be long one contract because size is very important. In case the trade goes wrong, I want to be able to resolve it. And also the first trade, I never want to be a large size because I don't want to hit it wrong. But regardless, if whether I held on 1 or 2, all of this got done. If any of you guys followed this trade, whatever, if you did it properly, you did it well. All right, listen, people finally crawling into the room. I'm going to put the link in here to join our community, because if you want to know what I do and what Kathy does, all of the courses are totally free. The basic forex course, the 3-hour 4K day trading course. It's actually not 3 hours. It's probably like an hour and a half of like 20 different modules, all 4K video, super sharp. You can watch this. You can watch it on your phone. It's a fully mobile app. So anybody who's here, also guys, I would love nothing more. You see that link I put into chat. I would love nothing more than all of you guys just send that link to all your friends. It's a totally free experience. There's a huge amount of free stuff in the community. You can talk to us. You can see all the stuff that's going on. The only thing that's pay-per-view in community is the indicators themselves and the signals. So if you want the indicator, which is obviously, I'm hoping you do, because that's what makes the money. Be my guest, but you don't have to. You could just hang out there for free for us, and it's certainly a great way to understand what we're doing, how we're trading, what everybody in the community is doing. It's also completely gated. I don't want to say this because there's always a possibility, but the reason why we did this is because Discord was a nightmare security-wise. A lot of strangers will sidle up to you and say, "Hey, I'm Boris, give me money." Can't do that in this community. Nobody's going to come up there and pretend that they're Boris. I have full police authority on everybody there. I can blow them out the second something fishy happens. But not so far, really nothing has happened because you have to authenticate yourself before you come to the community. So this is the huge reason. Discord is wonderful as a social media app. It's absolutely a nightmare if you're serious about money, because so many people can get scammed by scam artists. So I hope you guys, I hope you guys like the new community. We're gonna do a little tour of it. I think maybe next week. But in the meantime, it's a preview link. Go out there, just click the link. You're gonna be right in. You're gonna see the courses. You can get the mobile version and absolutely watch the course. I'm watching this signal right here for a long buy here. Okay, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, buy. And it's 7/6/25. Wait, what am I in? Oh, Jesus Christ! Exit. Sorry. Ugh. All right, sorry. All right, now I'm in. I was in on the micro. I was still on the micros for some reason. Anyways, maybe this was good, maybe this was bad, because I got a little bit of a better fill, but it looks like this trade might not work for us. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do as far as repair trades go. But maybe this isn't going to work for us. The reversal trades, a lot of volatility, and reversal trades are obviously very difficult to come by right now. So let's see if we can pop it, but we'll see. If I get clipped, I get clipped. Let me see if I go in my little, here's my little, this is where I'm at. I need to be out at 706. 706 is my exit target. And we're just kind of floating around here. Did we freeze? What happened to me? Oh, wow. No, just the quotes froze for a second. I'm getting lifted. Good job. And we survived the Grim Reaper, and we get lifted, made the point. So everybody saw that. That was nice. Ready to go. Ready to go. Nice. Nice. All right. Good job. Oh, man, like today seems like a quiet day. Nobody's nobody's in. You guys are missing literally the best trading I'm doing so far, right? So how's everybody doing? How's everybody's trading going? Give me some chat. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if your trading has been going well, or if it's not doing so well. Let me know. Speaking of which, by the way, so a couple of things. Let's pull back. Let's see on our 4-screen chart what's going on here. So S&P reversing back up towards possibly, positive trend. Gold reversed back up. We took that trade. Now there's not much going on here. So it's a good time to talk about my friends at Apex, who are giving away essentially the house at this point, 71% off. I'm going to put the link in here. Waycrest says he's up about $150 so far. That's really good. Really good. So I'm going to put the link in here because I think you guys need to appreciate the deal that these guys are offering. The 152, I didn't even notice. I looked at it today just to look at the deal. These are like $600 accounts, and they're all $50 each. You could literally buy 10 of these and have 150,000 accounts. I have 2 of them that I've been trading back and forth. You guys saw that I have the 64 account is at 51.7. This, I just bought those beginning of the week, right? And this is the one I'm trying to run. And this has to do with just me. Like, I can't run 2 accounts at once. We had this conversation. I'll have this conversation with you guys again about the whole idea of, like, you really got to know yourself to trade well. And I'll repeat that mantra a little bit later today. But anyways, the Apex stuff is just really awesome. If you guys want it, it's literally $50 for all these accounts. I'd buy a ton of them and just inventory them completely. Now, once you bought the account, the question is, how are you gonna get into funded stage? I bet you guys did not know that less than Harvard admission rate gets actually funded. So it's harder to get funded on prop accounts than it is to get into Harvard or MIT or Stanford in terms of the admission. Their admission rate is something like 4.25%, 4.75%, and the actual funding rate is about, I think, 4 to 5%. But the guys who hang out with me at Pass the Prop, which is the coaching program that I do, which the very cool thing about the coaching program is that you get coaching plus all the tools, plus all the signals. You get everything for a very, very steep discount price. 70% of our students have passed the prop, and I had a ton of certificates, but I didn't want to. I just pulled a few and a few funded ones from the thing. I mean, every second or third day, people send me certificates of passing. So if you're interested, I'm going to put the link in here, and feel free to come join us. We're in the winter session now. We'll be in the spring session pretty soon, and it'll be great. I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to do the spring is going to start after I come back. I'm going to be in Europe for like a week in Paris, and then when I come back, like mid-April, we're going to start the spring session, which will be really, really good. So hopefully you guys all enjoy this. I just put both of those links in there. You can come join us anytime you like. And now I can just get rid of this. And where am I? This one? Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure that was on the right one. Okay. So what else is going on here? Waycrest says that he is it's up to you. The large accounts take longer to get funded, but first of all, it's an incredible test of your trading skill, right? And secondly, when you do get funded, you have a bigger buffer to work with. So the payouts are pretty good. But I am all about the 50,000s. I am the 50,000 account man. I have 7 or 8 of those passed. And that's what I specialize in. This is just my own little Moby Dick trying to get the 150s passed. But I just thought those were really, really good, So when it says $300,000 account and it says 35 contracts, it means you could trade up to, on a single trade, 35 large contracts, which is to give you an idea what that means, that's $700 for one single NASDAQ point. So 10 points in NASDAQ at 35 contracts, you almost have the whole account funded. It's $7,000. If you do 15 points in NASDAQ, boom, you're funded in one trade. So you want to get crazy, you can get crazy. They give you lots of leverage. Obviously, that's not what I use. I use only 1 and 5. That's all I use as far as my leverage. And I love the 50s. The 50s are very easy for me to fund. They're really good. Oh, let's we may have a trade here in gold, guys. Let's look at gold. Gold is actually, I don't want to take this trade. So this is a gold buy trade reversal. All right, I'm a little bit late. I'm yapping, so sorry, I missed the trade, and probably just as well because I wasn't really. Let me just tell you sort of my own filters for how I like to take these trades, right? So let's actually talk. This is a good time because we don't have any signals. Let's talk about how you should take trades, right? So let's go over here into trend. I want to show you like the classic trade not to take. My whole insight insight into my great improvement in trading is, and actually I got to show this to you because my friend Barry just wrote a book about this, and it's really, really worth reading. Let me show this to you. I think I'm going to go to, let me go to big picture. So I haven't even read this yet, but I'll guarantee you it's probably great. Barry wrote this book called How Not to Invest, right? And it's all about how, Morgan House did the difference. So it's basically about all the mistakes that people make psychologically when they invest and all the things that they do. And so my point is that I started focusing on what not to do, because the strategy tells you what to do. There's a free course. There is an indicator. Everything is pre-programmed or filtered out for you. I don't need to look for what I need to do. I have the triangles. They give me the signals. I know the structure. I know what I want to do. How you want to create your own strategy around it, you can also do that. But once you create your own general rules for what you want to do, it's far, far more important to figure out what not to do. Because remember, this is every single indicator in the world, every single strategy in the world is just a suggestion. It is never a ironclad rule. That's the whole point of the markets. It's just a suggestion. It's a reading of the markets that gives you an idea of how it thinks. It gives you a general high probability view of what happens next, but by no means a guarantee, right? By no means a guarantee. So if you could eliminate the lower probability, if you could eliminate the wrong trades, it's much more important than taking every single trade, because one wrong trade, saves you lots and lots of work trying to turn it into a correct trade. And so when I started thinking about what is it that I don't want to do, where do I not really want to trade, one of the most obvious signals on the trend condition when you're in scalper trend is look at the slope of the moving average. The short-term moving average is at a positive. We're in negative trend. I understand we're in negative trend, but this is a very serious counter trend move. And the first sell signal in a positive slope. You see what I mean about positive slope? Let me go back to my little magnifying glass. You see how this, this is like so big that you can't see. See, the slope here is very, very negative. And then we go to positive slope. And then we have a sell signal. Big no. Not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's a positive slope, right? The slope keeps going positive, and then finally right over here, this signal and this signal, it kind of flattens out. When it flattens out, that's when you have the chance to go resolve it, right? And then we go on to the next one over here. Now the slope is flat to negative. As long as it's flat to negative in a negative trend, absolutely, I want to take it. But when it's skyrocketing, when it's soaring to the sky positive, I don't want to be taking that trade. Passing up on that trade is the best thing you can do. See, like let me go over here in the. You see how the slope here is kind of negative, right? It's flat to negative. It's certainly not super bull positive, right? This is flat to negative. All those trades working. If there was a red signal over here, I wouldn't take it. It's a super positive slope. I don't need to take that signal, right? Remember, there's tons of trades. So like the number one thing, in my opinion, in terms of making this strategy even better than it already is to never take positive slope trades in a negative trend condition. Never take negative slope trades in a positive trend condition, right? If it's falling, and there's a green triangle, wait. It's got to be either flat or slightly rising. Then you're in good shape, right? Then you're in relatively good shape. So that's a really simple but super powerful separation of when you want to take the trades and when you don't want to take the trades. Does that make sense to everybody? You guys vibing me on this? People who are new, who just joined us right now in the room, and people who are on Twitter, you Twitter bastards, get over here onto YouTube, because I'm giving away the links to all of my free courses, so you could actually learn exactly how I scalp for $1,000 a day, pretty much consistently. Everybody in the room sees me do this over and over and over again. This is an account that we started Monday, and it's Thursday. It's I was screwing around. There's actually two accounts. So if you add both of the accounts, it definitely adds to almost $1,000 a day. But $500 to $1,000 a day. I don't think anybody's gonna complain about that in a very, very consistent fashion, right? Oh shit! I'm sorry. I'm talking and I'm not paying attention. So this was a good example. Sorry guys, I missed this trade, and the reason I missed this trade, by the way, is because I don't have gold alerts working, and next week I will. this is sort of like my first week back from like, you know, all the crap that happened to me and the final version of the BFF. So I'm still really, really refining all of the key mechanics to make this as smooth as possible. I started just by putting only S&P alerts on because, you know, you can get bombarded with a ton of alerts. But the beautiful thing about the alerts, which I've really tested, by the way, this is a really cool thing about trading view alerts, is if you go into the alerts, after you're done trading, or like after I'm done trading, like right now, and I don't want to be bothered with them, or, you know, I want to take a nap, whatever, you can pause them. Once you pause them, they're never going to bother you. It's awesome. But then you turn them back on and they're right back to where you started from. It's really, really cool. So I'm going to do the same thing as with gold as I did with S&P. So we will get alerted ahead of time. Remember, the way the mechanics works here is if I get a signal, I have 2 minutes to watch that signal before I need to make the trade. That makes a huge difference between me making the trade and me missing the trade. Because, you know, here I'm yapping. I didn't know there was a signal here, and I missed the trade. But why this was a good trade, and why, you know, this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about, the slope. When you're watching the slope, you're getting a little bit more confident. So this was a kind of a positive slope, right? This is a very, very positive slope. You don't really want to take it. When you get over here, you see the slope start, as long as it starts to flatten, you don't even need to be negative, but it's got to be flattened. It's got to stop rising. It's got to confirm that it starts to fall again. Once it does that, this was a good entry. This was a really, really nice, clean entry to the downside. You know, and you know, it's working well, right? We actually have like now a new signal showing up here. Let me just go to 4 candle view, just to 4 screen view, just to see if there's anything in the S&P. No, there's nothing in the S&P. So $1.40 on the clock. If this signal stays, I'll take it. I have some hesitation about taking it because you know, we are relatively close to the lows here, and this is like the third or the fourth move, but it's a legitimate signal, so I'm going to take it. Maybe I'll take it on a micro, just because, you know, I don't have a lot of I don't have a, like, the other thing is, if I'm not really, really confident on the trade, I can always take the micro. Remember, I do 15 trade. I can do 10 trades an hour. So if I give up one potentially profitable trade to, you know, for a micro trade, just to kind of satisfy my itch, it's fine. It also will give me information for the next time I trade. So speaking of that, I actually had a really interesting little insight from a podcast I was listening to from Brett Stierger, whatever. He's a very, very famous trading psychologist, and he has none of the stuff he said I thought was really that interesting, but one thing he did say that I thought was really interesting. So I'll repeat it to you once we focus on the trade. So focusing, we got a signal, 20 seconds to go. Let's focus on trade. I'm going to take the micro, even though I'm almost very, very confident this is going to work. But I'm just going to take the micro right now because I'm not vibing it myself, and that's fine. Like, you don't have to. If you're not vibing it, take the small. Take the small. And oh, here we go. Let me show you the smalls. Where am I? I'm on the smalls, and we can go to full screen. We can just, you know, watch the wonderful micro trade here, and see if it. What's my TP on this? It's 39, right? 39, right? Let's see if this gets done. Yeah, it gets done. So we got done. So I did feel this was it looked like it, you know, it was a real trade. And by the way, look at the micro. You see how the signals on the micro are very different. Don't ever look at the micro signals. You want to be looking only on the big contract signals. But you know, if you want to take a micro trade, go right ahead. The reason why the micro signals are different from the big contract signals is literally one tick difference is going to make all sorts of differences on the indicator stuff. And the true volume, the real indication of buying and selling is going to happen on the big contract. So you always take your cues from the big contract. The small contract is just there to offset the retail flow. So you should know that, right? Okay. So let me just see something else. Something happened here. So another piece of news, I was just discussing this with my friends at Apex. So another piece of news that some of you may not have heard about, right, is that Kraken, which is a crypto exchange, just made a bid for NinjaTrader. Did anybody hear about that? Does anybody even know? This happened literally last night. They think it's like, I think it was like a $1.2 billion deal. It's a big ass deal. What does that mean for the future? Nobody fucking knows. Literally nobody knows. But let's assume, because they're interested in obviously keeping as many customers as possible, that they're gonna integrate crypto into TradeEvade instead of getting rid of TradeEvade and pushing crypto on us. So we'll see. I think it's a big story. I think it's interesting that I think it's yet another example of crypto becoming very, very legitimate, and it's definitely worth watching. So I just want to let you guys know about that. It's a big story. I put it on my Twitter. I don't know if you guys saw it. Let me go on my Twitter. If we go Twitter, if you go to FX Flow, I think it's the Twitter. This is like very meta. Twitter is watching my own Twitter feed here. What the fuck is this? This one. This is the story. Big news. This is the Wall Street Journal story. Oh wow, this is like very meta. I can watch myself on Twitter, and all you guys on Twitter, get your asses into trading, into YouTube, because I have all the free links for you over here. Okay. So that's it. That was kind of interesting. Oh, did I share? So I'm sorry. I was like, oh, I want to share this whole great insight with you, and I totally forgot about the insight. So Brett Stierberger, what is this? What do I have? Alert, super, scalper, green, triangle buy. So it's so positive. Ooh, positive trend. Look at this. Wow, holy shit, we broke out. Whoa, look at that. Guys, we were 85, we're 738. I'm not even aware of that. Wow. Strong positive trend breakout here. $1.38 on the clock. We'll watch that obviously as a trade and see if that completes. But that's interesting. Wow, man, they really bought it back up. Just completely reversing Europe as usual. Really interesting. So while we're waiting for the trade to complete, what he was talking about is, he said you should use your losses as information, as a piece of information, which I thought was really kind of actually intelligent. Because how did I come to that whole idea of like, hey, don't short on a positive slope, don't go long on a negative slope in trend? Because when I was, when I got stopped out, I was like, what makes this particular trade a loser versus the other ones? And when I started to isolate them, I said, oh, these are the trades that really don't complete at as high a rate as I expect them to. And this was the key difference. So it's really, really interesting that you can do this. My presets on gold is 520, 5 points up, 20 against. That's what I'm doing. Oh, this thing is really, really popping. Now I got to put my glasses on. You have to get serious when I put my glasses on. 25 seconds left on the clock. Let's see if this candle holds on the trade. 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 41.25. Oh, there we go. Sorry, super fast. 42.25. Boom, boom, boom. Wham, bam. Oh, I'm sorry. I was on the wrong screen, but this was the screen. You guys can see it. I mean, none of my trades are going to be you're going to be able to follow me beforehand, which is why I absolutely pre-show you everything and pre-comment everything. But this was the trade. Boom, boom, boom. What do you say, guys? The magnifier is pretty cool, right? Magnifier really like it's like the old people's. It's trading for old people. There we go. Everybody digging the magnifier? Are we liking that? What was I going to say? Cheryl loves it. Okay. So let's do let's do a little poll here for the day. Poll for the day. Magnifier. Geez, I can't spell. Magnifier, right? I think that's how you spell it. Start poll. Yes, no on the magnifier. Give it to me. KP loves it. All right. I love the magnifier. All right. We're all giving up our old age. All right, guys. I only got 10 more minutes with you today because I got to do CNBC, and the producer is already annoying me for notes. But you guys can really see. First of all, I just want to summarize the week with you guys because why is this? Oh, we're getting yet one more signal in the S&P, which I'm not going to take because I'm going to have to leave you guys pretty soon. But I want to summarize the key essences, and I'm actually going to now that I learned how to do these little things. Does this show up? How come this is not? Are you guys showing this up? Why is this not? Oh, there it is. Yeah, you do. You actually are seeing this. Now that I learned how to do my little slides here on the stage, like a little retarded producer that I am, I'm actually going to create a slide that's going to show all the things I learned about. Why is this not working? Okay, remove. Oh, you got to remove that and add to stage this way. Okay, all right. Jesus Christ, it's like literally teaching your grandfather how to run a computer. Okay. So what I was going to say is everything that I learned, I think really needs to be distilled into a set of, what not to do. So first order of business is always wait for the candle to close, right? Always wait for the candle to close. Second order of business is 75% trend, 25% counter trend. Third order of business is trade trend. Don't ever trade trend signals in opposite slope. It's okay to be flat. So this is just what I mean by opposite slope is if you look at this signal over here, right? This is positive slope and it's a positive signal. If this candle was, if the signal here was green, but the slope was negative, that's really not a good trade you want to be in, right? So you always want to match either slope's got to be flat or positive in a green triangle or down or flat in a red triangle. So negative slope just really makes a huge difference in picking the good trades. What else did I learn? Oh, pick the instrument you trade best and absolutely get rid of the instrument you hate, right? So I'm not good at NASDAQ. NASDAQ has just been a nightmare for me. And I dropped it. I dropped it like a toxic friend. Now, there are people in the room that love trade NASDAQ and they're great. All this stuff applies all across the board. It's just simply a matter of, doing it right. And then I think the final thing, which I really, I haven't discussed much with you because I don't do too many repair trades with you guys. And that's really a subject for coaching. But I will say this, that the single most important thing I learned in terms of repair trades is if I am long on trend and I get stopped out, I never, ever, ever try to trade the reversal trade. I have to wait if it takes me an hour, if it takes me 2, if it takes me 3 days. I want to wait for a long on trend as a next signal to repair it. You want to repair your trade in the same original signal that you took it in, because once you start going reversal on the market, you're almost inevitably going to go into tilt. Almost inevitably going to go into tilt. And then a few other things that that I'll say for coaching, but other than that, it's been an excellent Monday through Thursday. Tomorrow we have private session with guys in my room, and if you're in Past the Prop, you will have access to that private session. So I just put the link in there for you. Here's the Past the Prop Academy, and then lastly, my friends at Apex. There you go. Go get them. Go get them. As far as the accounts go. You don't have to, I just put the 150s, 300s because a lot of people like to trade the large accounts, but you absolutely can do the 50s. The 50s is the bread and butters. I know there's a couple of guys in the room that probably Obi-Wan, is it fair to say you probably did at least 10 50s? You have like 10 50s funded? I'm actually curious. Whoever in the room, just give me a thumbs up if you have like 10 50s funded, meaning that they have $500,000 worth of funded product behind them. Because I know there's a few there. I know William, who I just, who I showed you. William actually was just amazing because this is actually a payout. This is not just funded. He's already got, he's got multiple payouts, but he funded like 5 or 6 $300,000 accounts. Like he really traded so well. It's really impressive. Ooh, Karen, 18. Holy shit. Just give you an idea of what she's controlling right now. And Karen is, one of my favorite people. She's controlling more than $1 million worth of somebody else's money on which she's trading. And able to without really just hopefully, Karen, tell me you're using everything I tell you to. You're absolutely following every single rule that I do. Of course not. She does her own thing, but she definitely uses my indicators, and she certainly uses my strategies. And sometimes she's the one that trades Nasdaq really well. See, if you trade Nasdaq really well, you can have more than $1 million worth of funded accounts. She's cracking up because I know she doesn't. But the point is, that's the whole idea. I'm not, the idea is for me is to help you, give you the tools for profit, and the profit is all yours. I'm not, I hope that this is what really helps you. So I'm going to leave you with the last note of let's join our free community. Give this to all your friends. Lots and lots of free education, 4K videos over there, all mobile forms, so you could watch it on your iPhone. I don't want to tell you what I'm thinking, but like that's definitely an excellent time to watch, to watch all those videos. They're about 2-3 minutes long. They're perfect for that peaceful time by yourself. And you get to learn the rules and everything else that's going on there, and so on and so forth. And Karen is saying, oh, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Really great. I tell you, as I said, nothing I've done in 30 years of trading has given me more nachas, which is a Yiddish word for joy, than having so many people get funded off Past the Prop and then go on and just rock and roll on their own accounts. It is such a great feeling to see so many people succeed. I'm telling you, like the fact that it's only 5% people that pass and 70% of people in my room pass is a real, just a good testament to how good everybody is doing. So thank you guys. I got to run. I'll see everybody tomorrow in private, and otherwise we'll be back on Monday. I will have like all the alerts, everything there ready. I'll be like a supercomputer of efficiency by Monday. But otherwise, it's really been a great week. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy. I'll see you guys on Monday. Take care.